All right, all right. Howdy, everybody. Happy New Year's. You're on Live with Neve. This is going to be kind of an informal show today. It is 4 o'clock here on the East Coast. I have a great guest on today. Our musical guest is Mark Anthony DeMeo. Excuse me, I got that backwards. I'm going to have to ask him if he's mobbed up. He comes from Connecticut, so I don't think so. Actually, Anthony's really an excellent musician. I've been listening to his music the past day or two, and he's good. It's unique and it's his own, and I like that. I like people who have something to say, and I think you'll like what he has to say. He isn't here yet, but I am standing by. Let's see if I've got any infrared messages here. We're live. I'm sending him a message and waiting. Any rate, anyhow, he is MIA, so I'm just going to go ahead and talk for a minute. Why not? I'm just checking in to see who's here. Hey, Rick. How's it going, buddy? So right now, what you have is Neil without the musical guest, but I don't know. We're gonna roll with it anyway. Today is New Year's, and I don't know. I guess since there's nobody here, I'll just start the conversation. Happy New Year to you as well, Rick. I see 5 of you out there. Why don't you say hello? I know who's watching. I'm gonna just talk about New Year's, and I don't know what we're gonna do without a guest, so I'm gonna wing it. I think a lot of us, this past year has been really, really awful for a lot of people. And can you say yes? Hello? Yes, Rick Davis. I can say that. Can you say that? It's a friendly word. Um, anyhow, commenting, Mr. Rogers. Well, my guest, Toby, he's out there. No guest. We're waiting on one. So right now I'm just kind of goofing around and talking about New Year's and how this past year's been wretched, and between COVID and all that stuff, it's been a real weird year. And having people, the losses we've all had. I don't know anybody who hasn't had someone family affected in one way or another. And I also want to say, if you don't watch the news, it'll help your peace of mind. Shabbat shalom. Back to you. Um, but getting back to it, life has ups and downs. Says I'm backstage. I don't see the man. This is weird. Let me go chase my guest real quick. Actually, I'm going to do this while I'm talking. Copy the clipboard. We'll do that. Copied. Okay. Copied. Gonna close this. I'm sorry you guys are hanging around here wondering what the hell's going on. I am going to just briefly see where my friend is. I can't get out of this room, so hang on for a minute, people. This is going to be an interesting trick. I'll be right back. You're going to be able to see me and hear me as I make comments in frustration. Okay, I'm just writing him a note. Hit it again, Sam. All right. For those of you who are watching, I'm sending another update to our guest, and I'm going to get back to talking about New Year's. I'm sorry about that delay. We are shorthanded, but that's okay. We're undaunted. Hell, I don't even have a guest today. Or I do. He's trying to get on. I've just sent him the information. So getting back to the new year, stop watching as much news and stuff. It'll make you have a lot more peace of mind. And I guess my only thing, it's pretty much the same message I have every year. Do better than you did last year. Maybe treat people a little better, at least for an hour. Um, do something nice for the holiday. Oh, our guest's arriving. All right. Mr. Mark Anthony is joining us. He's here. He's looking at the computer. You can't see him, but I can. Hey, Mark, how you doing, man? Yep, I see him. Mark, nod your head. Can you hear me? I can't hear you yet, but I see you, and we're going to bring you on in just a moment. That's good news. So, yes, we do. Today we have Mr. Mark Anthony DeMeo. I think him and I are paisan somewhere down the family tree, even though my name is Dutch. I'm an Italian, mostly. Um, Glad to have him here today. I was looking at his bio and so forth, and Mark's moved around a little bit around the country and the world. And what I want to say is he's a very original guy. His songs are good, they're different. Um, I don't know what it is, but I like it. And I know it's Americana based, but it's just a little different. And I like that because there's a lot of crap that I get to listen to. And most of it's very derivative. And we like to have artists come on who, while they're in a traditional format per se, can still do other things. And at any rate, I could sit here and yap. It's about 7 minutes past the hour. Everybody, you are watching Live with Neve. We're broadcasting from here, high in the hills of Highlands, New Jersey. I would normally tell you we're overlooking Manhattan and the ocean, but excuse me, today we've only got the ocean. It's foggy to the north, and I can't even see the end of Sandy Hook from here. So, nonetheless, we're here live, scene of the first radio broadcast in history by Marconi, right in my backyard up on the hill, about 100 feet as the crow flies. So, that's enough about me. We're going to have Mark come on and talk about music.
Can you hear me okay?
I hear you great.
Oh, great, man. It's good to meet you.
A
Heard so many
pleasure.
great things about you from Gina Jones, as you know, who's our A&R person
Uh-huh.
at the label. And, had just seen you and got a little glimpse this morning. But it's good to meet in person. I wish I could shake your hand. In person,
You
we
never
can't
know
do
where it might have been. My God. I'm
that.
kidding you. I have to give you a hard time. I'm so. It's funny because we commented and joked about the morning show. It's kind of different than my. This is more of a. It's more informal, and our morning show is just to make people howl and laugh at highly inappropriate things, and just make them kind of snicker for a while and get a laugh at our expense. Um, so
Well,
yeah,
you were talking about your background and where you are. I'm really from up in your area. I've been here in Nashville, Middle Tennessee, for 34 years, but I grew up
hmm
in Connecticut,
yes, I
um,
saw that.
yeah, with a bunch of Italians. So I'm from
Okay,
an all Italian. Yeah, I'm 100% Italian here. I'm from an all Italian family. My mother's side was from Sicily. My father's side was from Naples.
okay.
So yeah, I'm a pedigree. I'm not a mongrel Italian.
You're my
Right?
paisan.
That's right. And
All
I grew
right.
up in Connecticut. Went to the University of Connecticut in Stores. So I was there for all of my formative years and my young
Oh,
adult
great.
years, and then moved here. I was pretty successful in Connecticut. I had a country rock band actually up there called Caribou,
Okay.
and we won the Connecticut State Finals back then for that Dodge True Value Country Showdown. And the only reason I was involved in that is that my dream was to come to Nashville someday because I was writing music while I had that band, and I knew that
hmm
the Northeast is no place for original songs, original music. You have
Right.
to go to Nashville. So when the band won that, we went to the regional finals, which was actually up in upstate New York, and we
hmm
lost in the regional finals. So
Ah.
I knew that that was my calling card. The grand prize that year was a recording contract in Nashville.
hmm
So I knew that that was my calling card. It was time to go because I was already writing songs. I wanted to pursue songwriting and all that, and I knew Nashville was the place. So I came here, and I was married at the time. I didn't have any children, so I dove in and I
hmm
got into the songwriter circuit and was doing that. And I was working a job. I had a full time career in civil engineering. I had two careers in my life: civil engineering.
hmm
I retired as a commercial interior designer. But during that time, the wheels of the music business, I knew turned during the day. Well, I
hmm
wasn't available during the days. I was working and supporting the family. So I go out at night to all these songwriter
hmm
nights, just tons of them. And
Right.
I started appearing those places, met up with a guy who was called Johnny B. And
hmm
Johnny was just a champion dobroist. And we hit it off. We
Right.
just meshed together. He got to know my material. He wrote a bunch of instrumentals for dobro and acoustic guitar. So we
hmm
started doing that, and we eventually caught the ear of a little known guy named Jody Williams, who at the time was my writer relations guy. He ended
hmm
up being the president of BMI, and
Oh.
everything was going really good. I got on local television, then national television, and like I said, everything was going along good, cooking until my ex-wife at that time, she got pregnant with my oldest child,
Hmm.
And when that happened, autopilot kicked in. I did what my
Right.
mom and dad did. It's time
Hmm.
to be home, time to be a daddy, time to be a father,
Absolutely.
and not be in the bars and clubs anymore. So I literally disappeared for about
Hmm.
20 years, still writing music all that time, but pouring myself into my career, supporting my family. And then a lot of years went by. And then I got to the stage where I was retiring from my second career. And I decided, I've got time now. I can get back into
Hmm.
my music. And by
Right.
that time, I realized, I'm not out there to be the next Garth Brooks, right? With time to
Right.
by. But I reunited with Johnny. I found him in a Kroger parking lot. I knew it was his car because
Wow.
I could tell by the license plate. Hadn't seen him in 20, almost 25 years. I looked
Great.
him up. I went inside the store, found him. He started crying. He said, "Oh, Mark, you don't know what's happened. I've had open heart surgery. I've had, this and that." And we
Right.
just cried, hugged each other. And I said, "You know what? Let's just get back together and just play a little bit and see what happens."
Sure.
So we did.
Let me
And
ask you.
it's, yeah,
I hate to interrupt you, but do you have a
yeah, no
guitar with
problem.
you today? Do
I
you have a
sure do.
guitar
It's
with
right
you?
next to me. Oh, yeah.
Great. Great.
Yep.
Excellent. Well, we got about 3 minutes till the end of the show.
Okay.
I had sorry to interrupt you. I just kind of wanted to give you the news. We have to go to a break in a few minutes, but
Okay.
so carry on. I'm sorry I interrupted your train of thought.
Yeah, no, no. We got back together and we started playing a little bit. And we formed the original Mark Anthony Ensemble, which was designed by me at this point in my life to be a quote live demo of my
Mm-hmm.
music, and it was going to be all my music. And we formed the band around that nucleus. But
I
in
see.
2021, I totally changed the band because I wanted to have a more contemporary sound. I wanted to play electric guitar along with acoustic. So it turned into a two guitar band, and we
Okay.
got another guitar player. We got rid of the dobro sound that was a one dimensional sound, and now it's more like a rock band. In the old days, we would have called it folk rock, if you remember,
Sure.
because my influences were from California, the pretty music of the 70s and 80s,
Mm-hmm.
Eagles, Dan Fogelberg, Jackson Brown, James
Right.
Taylor, Loggins and Messina. And then
Mm-hmm.
I started listening to country. I wasn't raised on traditional country at all, not in
Uh-huh.
the Northeast. I started listening to country when it got to be around the 90s, when country was starting to turn a little bit more pop, had some
Mm-hmm.
rock influence, more rockabilly, and that appealed to me. So that's my music now is kind of a like a conglomeration of all of those styles: pretty
Mm-hmm.
music, melody, structure, harmonies. And now country has changed drastically since
Oh,
then,
for sure.
right? As you
I don't
know,
know
as a
that
musician.
depending on your stance on that, I'm kind of in the middle. I don't think country's necessarily gotten better. I think what's defined as country has gotten broader, and I think it kind of, to me, it's like drinking bad cough syrup. It's
Yeah.
like if you buy Romular, it tastes awful. I say that because I have a cold right now and I'm hacking stuff
Uh,
up, and my nose is stuffed, so if I don't sound very good, I'm
yeah.
hacking away. But it's what they've done with it is they've tried to make it one size fits all so that they can
Yeah.
cover every genre. And that trend, it's okay, but I'm not real big on it. I like people who write a record and it's got some stories to tell that has maybe a beginning, a middle, and an end, or some significance to the timing of the songs.
Right.
I'm 60 years old, so I like stuff that has no auto tune. Um,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
don't get me wrong. I've also engineered music, and I would add a touch of if I have to tune somebody up like a half step, fine. If it's only the time in the song, good. But I'm more
Right.
of the old school guy that let's get in there and sing it, know your note, get in there and do it right.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
and again, I mean, the traditions of old country. The thing that I dislike, the lack of storytelling in a lot of the modern stuff. It's just like all riding in my car, my baby, and it's
Yeah.
lame. It's like the sounds are good,
Yeah.
the
Oh, the
sonics
sounds.
are great. I mean, the
Yeah.
mix is perfect, but
Right.
the writing is just like I know. I don't know what it is always, but I know it when I hear it and when I see it. And
Yeah.
I did grow up listening to a lot of that old country because I moved from the New Jersey, New York nexus to Florida for my last year of high school. So I got to learn a lot about playing the blues and playing country and playing gospel and a lot of different music. and playing heavy metal, and I had a jazz band. I've been doing this since I was a kid. But
Wow.
like just watching a lot of the country, the lack of lyrical intelligence is
Yeah.
today. That's today. I mean, and it's not about having a big, broad vocabulary. It's about having the ability to take words and make a simple song and make people feel it, which is such a great thing. And I know that you're a man of faith, and I respect that.
Yes, sir.
How has that affected your how's that affected your songwriting and your life, your personal life?
Yeah, it's a great question because anybody that hears my story now, I just got signed for the first time in my life after 34 years of absolutely no success. And I don't think anybody, even if you don't believe in God, you have to take a look at that.
Sure.
When my success happened within 7 days after 34 years of nothing, you would have to say that's got
Hmm.
to be something supernatural. It can't be Mark. Not
Right.
after 34 years of doing the same thing over and over, right?
Hmm.
So I tell people that for a note of inspiration, if
Hmm.
you're a songwriter out there, if you're a musician, if God's placed a dream in your heart, He's going to make it happen. It's a mixture of persistence, right?
Hmm.
Believing in yourself, but knowing that in the natural, that's one thing. But we worship a supernatural God. And if He's giving you a dream, keep pursuing it, keep after it. God will make it happen. My story is one where for 34 years, God was slowly moving the wrong people out of the way,
Hmm.
moving the right people into place until the right time. And, when Gina, when I contacted her, it's just kind of a funny story. You can't get unsolicited original material listened to in Nashville. It's virtually impossible, right? We all
Oh,
know that's the
hmm.
way it's been for decades. And I wrote her, we're connected on LinkedIn. And I wrote her this sob story. I said, what have I got to lose? I wrote to her. We didn't know each other personally. I said, man, could I use your help? I said, here's my story, 34 years, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I can't get anybody to listen to anything, but I have my own band. I'm having fun doing my own thing, right?
Hmm.
And she said, I'll listen to your music. And I said, you will? I said, I'm not used to that, right? I'm used
Hmm.
to doors slamming in my face. So I was closing in
It
on,
happens.
right? I'm putting the finishing touches on my first studio demo with the band, with the new band.
Hmm.
And it wasn't ready yet. So I didn't want to give her that. So I said, well, look, since you've been kind enough to ask, I'll send you what I got, but it's just a home recording of my band. It's not even the studio. We did it in the bonus room, but it sounded pretty good, right? So she
Okay.
said, yeah, send me what you got. So I sent it to her and I was cringing the whole time. I said, oh my gosh, she's going to listen to this. She hears all these great, produced demos. So she emailed me back a week later. She said, Mark, I love the band. I love the
Excellent.
sound. She said, why don't we set up a Zoom call with you, me, and the label president? I'm like, what?
Excellent. And you know what? We're here at time for a break, so hold that thought. We're gonna do a
Okay.
quick break, and
All right.
hell, get your guitar on, man.
Yep.
Let's
Got
get
it.
some music. Alrighty.
Hey everybody, this is Steve from Reach for the Sky, along with Jay from Reach for the Sky. And you're listening live. Neve.
They sentenced me to 20 years of boredom for trying to change the system from within. I'm coming now, I'm coming to reward them.
All right. And yes, Gina, we are talking about you, but it's all good. Don't worry. We're men of the cloth here, so we can handle the strain. Um,
She's a doll.
she's great. I love Gina. She's good. She's one of our first guests on the show, actually. We've been
Yeah,
friends
she
going
told
a
me.
couple of years. She's a lot of fun, and she writes some great songs. Um, Is everybody out there? I see there's a few people there. Can everybody hear okay? See okay? I just got some weird computer message here that an error occurred.
That come through
All right.
okay?
Yeah. In fact, you might want to back up a little bit. You're really peaking now. You sound great. I mean, it's loud.
Okay. Well, good.
Yeah, that way we'll get you a little more in the camera. I can see your guitar. And for everybody watching, I've got Mark Anthony DeMeo, and we're going to hear some of his original music.
Yeah, and I got to start
check
off
him out. What is your label?
My label is Iron Gate Records here in Nashville, founded by Mark Skoda and Greg from Three Doors Down, Greg Upchurch.
Yeah, big hand for them. Good people, good company, good folks, and anybody who's a friend of Gina's mostly my friend. I'll just say that. Any rate, let's have some music. Tell us about the song you're going to play.
Yeah, this is called Every Part of You. This kind of introduced me to the songwriter community, and I knew right away this wasn't going to be your exact fit as far as mainstream country went. And that's okay, because I've always kind of believed in my music. I am who I am. I write out of real life experiences, like we do as a songwriter. It's got kind of a light samba beat, if you will, and I wish, Neil, that you were playing conga behind this. Cause
I do as well. I absolutely, I'd love to be doing that.
Well, you can imagine this song with some Latin percussion behind it. I wanted to have my band here today, but I didn't want to lug the PA into my office,
I can't imagine why. On New Year's Eve? Got
so
it.
I'm just going to do it broken down. This is called Every Part of You. If all the nights together had been spent at home with you, my soul would now surrender to that part of her that tells me I love every part of you. Alone in late December, as she waved to me goodbye, you said that soon we'd be together. But I let her walk away, and now I sit and wonder why. It's not so hard to live all alone and be without a lover, till I fell in love with you. My love, I will surrender to that part of her that tells me I love every part of you. Oh no, oh no. It's not so hard to live all alone and be without love, till I fell in love with you. Yeah, my love, I will surrender and give all my love to you. Woo! To that part of her that tells me I love every part of her that tells me oh. To that part of her that tells me I love every part of you. There we are. Every part of you. Neil, I'm going to play you another song. This one kind of hits close to home. You know, the first song's just about traditional love and relationship. This next one is was written when my oldest son was to be married, and at the time he announced his engagement to his fiancee, she was immediately diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer. For a girl that's 19 years old, you can imagine how devastating that was for him and all the families. So
Gosh, horrible.
she she went into remission after about 6 months went by and numerous chemotherapy treatments. And my son naturally thought his fiance was going to die. So it was tragedy for him. It was tragedy all around. But he
Yes.
stuck with her.
Hmm.
I raised him right. And he traveled back from Charlotte, North Carolina, where he was living at the time, to come back to Nashville for every one of her chemo treatments, to stay by her bedside. And he stayed with her, stayed with her. She went in remission, so we thought, wow, we're through this in the clear.
Hmm.
They started planning their marriage, and the cancer came back for the second time. She had to lose all her hair, go back through that whole journey again.
Hmm.
She went in remission for the second time, and that's when they planned their wedding. They got married, and the good news of the story was that they've been married about 8 years. She's never had the cancer come back again. But at that time, praise God.
Excellent.
I wrote a
Excellent.
song for them written from her perspective that talked about what she was going through. And I presented this to them as their part of their wedding gift about 8 years ago. It's called
All
Don't
right.
Let Me Go. Yeah.
All right, here we are. Mark Anthony DeMeo, everybody, live with Neve.
I can still recall the day when I had to go away all alone. The cancer and the pain. You were always by my side, praying for my life. And I knew that God would make a way. I could always trust in you to do the things a man's supposed to do. Me. Hold on to me. Don't let me go. Hold me. Hold on to me. Don't let me go. When the doctors gave the news, and I thought that I would lose a man, a lover and a friend. But I came to understand why he wrote the master plan. 'Cause I'm here standing next to you. I could always trust in you. All I'm asking you to me. Down to me. Don't let me go. To me. Down to me. Don't let me go. Oh. is a man supposed to do to me? Come to me, don't let me go. Me, come to me, don't let me go.
Very nice. Really
Thank
nice
you.
song. Very
Thank
nice
you.
song. Well, we've got we're kind of at the end of the show, but I like it. Do you have anything else you'd like to play before you go? I'm really enjoying. You got some great songs.
Oh, well, thank you. You know, that one is coming out on music platforms. I think I'm scheduling that for March. So
Okay.
you'll hear the full studio version of that. And yeah, I'd be happy to. I'll play you one of my newest ones, which is
Excellent.
kind of an inspirational song. You know, this one's about not looking back.
Hmm.
We can't, you know, all of us, we've got something, we've got baggage, we all do, that we came from.
Sure.
And I wanted to write a song that was a little bit of an encouragement for people, because you can't live a victorious lifestyle and move forward if you're always looking backwards, right?
For
So I wrote
sure.
a song called Don't Look Back. And I hope that it gives somebody some hope out there, especially with the new year coming in. We sometimes neglect to think that with the holidays, you know, not everybody's having a fun time out there. And there's people
Absolutely.
in tragic situations. So hope that you like this one. Don't look back.
All right, everybody. Mark Anthony live on Neve.
When are you gonna let your past give it a rest? Don't try to change the way you run. Give it your best. Every night and through the day. Don't let trouble stand in your way. Don't look back. There's always help on the way. If you could see behind the lies that you believe, walking in victory instead of defeat. Every night and through the day, don't let trouble stand in your way. Don't look back, there's always help on the way. All your life you've been abandoned, listening to the voices that remind you of the past. But there's one who paid your ransom, so you could live your life abundantly. When are you gonna let your past give it a rest? Don't try to change the way you run. Give it your best. Every night and through the day. Don't let trouble stand in your way. Don't look back. There's always help on the way. Don't look back. There's always help on the way. Don't look back. There's always help on the way. Yeah.
Ah,
Gotcha. Oh, lost you again.
I'm about to start cursing. Anyway, at any rate, we've had a great time with you. You're a good sport, and I
Thank you, man.
appreciate you coming on, man. Have
Yes,
a
sir.
very happy New Year. And for everybody who's watching, if you want to be on the show, hit me up with a private message. If you've been on the show and you want to come back, give me a holler. You're on my calendar. You'll get a call back anyway. But just everybody, be cool this year. Be kind to people. Do stuff that nobody knows. Just go out and give them a hand. I don't care what you do, but do something you not normally do. And if you do a little bit every day, you know,
Yes, sir.
it's like if we all just try to do a little bit better, it could help immensely. Um, you know, let's see. I'm reading my stuff. Anyhow, I've got comments from our various friends and fans, and
Great.
everybody's really had a good time listening. And
Man, I had a
I'll,
blast.
we'll see you next time. And do you have any gigs coming up?
Yeah, I'm actually playing with my band January 14th here in Columbia, Tennessee at Juan D's. It's an Asian
Mhm.
fusion restaurant. It's a state-of-the-art place in downtown Columbia, and that's where we're going to be next. I just wanted to give a quick plug for my music out there. You know, my
course.
artist name is Mark Anthony. My website is markanthonyartist.com. That's because the other guy took that domain, you know. So I tell everybody I'm the real Mark Anthony, not that other guy. So we
Yeah,
get that
right. That
straight.
he's just a schlep, man. We don't need to worry about that guy. Forget about it.
And then you can find me on all of your music platforms under the name Mark Anthony Ensemble, which is the name of my band. Don't look for me under Mark Anthony. Look for me on my website as Mark Anthony Artist, but you'll find me on Spotify and all the other ones, Mark Anthony Ensemble.
All right, man. Well,
Thank you, man, for having
thank
me.
you very
God bless
much.
you.
Everybody, I will see you in the new year. I'm going to miss you for the next couple days, but come on in. Send me whatever you want. Send us money. And just along the bottom, PayPal me /live with Neve.
There
I'm
you
not
go.
here to guilt you guys, but you were pretty lame last year on the donations. It's just sorry, man. You got to get it up, or I'm going to hand you some kind of reptile. I don't know. I mean, just got to do something here. I
I'll
don't know.
send you donuts.
I don't know, but they got to do something better. They're just, they're slacking on the cash. But I'm kidding. We love everybody, and we don't care if you have any money or not. Have a good holiday and just enjoy the new year and be nice. All right. So we're out of here. Thanks, everybody.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.